Hello, investors. Welcome to Money Reality with Crystal, and I am your host, Priska John Chris, your multi-billion-dollar investor. This is the channel where we talk about everything investment, everything money, stocks, bonds, treasury bills, crypto, real estate. So if you're interested in learning about how to start investing from scratch, how to build your billion-dollar portfolio, then you're watching the right channel. Go ahead and subscribe and hit the notification bell. Welcome. In this video, we are going to be answering some of the questions you all have been asking regarding investments, regarding stocks, regarding treasury bills. All right, so let's get into it. The first one is, can you please suggest some stocks that pay dividends? Okay, right now as a Nigerian investor, you still have access to invest in the US economy. All right, so I'm going to give you 3 US stocks you can invest in that pays dividend, and I'm also going to give you 3 Nigerian stocks you can invest in that also pay dividends. The first one, US stock, is Coca-Cola. For more than 2 decades, Coca-Cola has been consistently paying dividends. Then we have Apple. Apple has been paying dividends since 2012. This is 2025. So you have Coca-Cola, you have Apple, and then you have Two Harbor, a real estate company based in the US that also pays dividend. Now over to the Nigerian company, we have Dangote Cement. Dangote Cement pays dividend. We have UBA. UBA is a bank stock that actually pays dividend. And then we have SFS REITs. SFS REITs. Yeah. So the next question is, what's the minimum one can use to invest in stocks? You have to forgive the noise in my area because we're actually working on renovation. So you're going to be hearing a lot of construction noise. Pardon me for that. So what is the minimum? So what's the minimum one can use to invest in stocks? This question, in this I answered, if you want to see good returns, you need to have at least $500 in your portfolio. Start at $500. But if I understand that a lot of us are starting from scratch and a lot of us are having a minimum basic allowance salary of 100,000 naira or $5,000, depending on where you're watching me from. So if you have the basic salary of 100,000 naira, then it's advisable that yes, you can start with $50. You can even start with as little as 5,000 naira. But what's the minimum one can use to invest in stocks? I would actually say that there are a lot of stockbrokers out there that allows you to invest with the barest minimum with as low as $1. But if you're asking for what kind of amount you need to put into stocks to actually start seeing good returns, my best answer is $500. If you don't have $500, you can start with $50 and stack up your portfolio from there. The next question, please, please, can I make an investment with 5K? With $5,000, yes. With 5,000 naira in a Nigerian company, I would still say yes. Because why? A lot of Nigerian companies are within the range of 10 naira, even 5 naira, up to 300 naira. The regu is 1,000 naira, around that price. So yes, you can actually buy Nigerian shares with 5,000 naira. Yes, you can start buying Nigerian shares with 5,000, but that should not be your all right? My best advice is, if you want to start investing, you have to first learn what you want to invest in. If you're going to invest in stocks, if you're going to invest in bonds, which area are you going to focus on? When you pick one, you learn about it. When you learn about it, as you are learning about it, you are building a savings for it, okay? Your savings are not for emergencies. That's what we have emergency fund for. I think I explained that in another video. So you have an emergency fund for emergencies. Then your savings are for opportunities, are for investment opportunities. So you start building up. If you have 5,000 today, you can put it in a savings account. 10,000 tomorrow, savings account. 15,000, 20,000. Once it gets to maybe 100,000, maybe 500,000 naira, you can then say, okay, I want to invest in bonds. I want to invest in stocks. But yes, you can still test the waters with this amount. Test the waters with this amount. Which stock can one invest in, and do they skyrocket like crypto, or is it a long-term plan? Stocks, yes, stocks do skyrocket like crypto. Yes, but not as fast as crypto. It's only in the crypto space that we can see a coin do 1000x in 2 weeks. In 2 weeks. Yes. Hardly can you see that in the stock market. You can see that in 5 years. You can see that in maybe 2 to 3 years. 150% in 2 to 3 years. But 1000x, it doesn't skyrocket like that. Why? Because the stocks you're actually buying, which are also called shares, are actual businesses run by companies. So if a company's stock is doing 1000x, that means they have actually earned significant amounts in their net income to be able to skyrocket that fast, right? So no, they don't skyrocket as much as crypto, but they do skyrocket. For example, Tesla stocks, for example, Nvidia. Okay, these stocks did pew in an instant, right? The other question is it a long-term plan? Is it a long-term plan? Yes. When you are coming into the stock market, you have to position your mind that it's in the next 5 to 15 years that you're actually going to see good returns, because you want to allow your money to compound. Yes, and you want to keep investing using dollar cost averaging method, and you want to allow your money to compound over time so you can see significant results. You don't put in money now and expect in the next 6 months to cash out, which is very possible. There are actual stocks that did more than 30% ROI in less than a year. And I think I actually made a post on it on my Facebook channel. If you're not following me on Facebook, please make sure to follow me on Facebook. So another question is, most times it's kind of hard to know the stocks that will do well. It's hard to know the stocks that will do well. And this is so true. It's so true because you cannot time the market. So he's asking, how do you know stocks that will perform well? But there's what we call fundamental analysis and technical analysis. Fundamental analysis tells you the market condition, the industry insights, and how the business operates. It tells you what kind of company to buy. When you use fundamental analysis, it tells you what company to buy. Technical analysis tells you when to buy. Okay, with technical analysis, we are seeing charts, we are seeing the price movement of the stocks, we are seeing the support and resistance, we are seeing the trend lines, and we are trying to understand where to come in, when to enter the market, and when to exit the market. But for fundamental analysis, it tells you which company has sound financial record, which company should you be investing your hard-earned money in if you're looking for long-term, steady, consistent income. So T-bills, next question is T-bills. What are they? How long will it stay to yield something worthwhile? And what's the percentage per month? T-bills is short for treasury bills. And treasury bills are actually bonds, but they are within 365 days. Okay, they are less than a year. These are issued by the federal government, right? Of US, of Nigeria, of Kenya, depending on where you're watching me from. T-bills are issued by the federal government, and the duration is actually less than a year. You can subscribe to a treasury bill for 91 days, for 185 days, for 365 days, right? You can invest in, and they have fixed interest attached to it. So how long will it stay to yield? 90 days, which is 3 months, 6 months, a year. And will it give me something worthwhile? The current interest rate yield is actually 20% in the Nigerian stock market. T-bills is 20%. So if you're investing for a year, you are sure to get 20% at the end of 365 days. I actually showed where you can actually do that. I have spare change. Which investment should I do to you 20% in months? 20% in months, just talk about treasury bills. You can do treasury bills, all right? Then your spare change, it depends on how much do you have as a spare change. What is that spare change? You're talking about $5,000, you're talking about $1,000, you're talking about $100. If the spare change you are talking about is $100, you can invest in treasury bills. You can also buy stocks with that money that can still give you 20%, above 20% in months. All right. So these are all what we'll be answering for today. If you have more questions, as a beginner, you're new to investing, you want me to guide you step by step on how to start your journey, you can join the Stock Masterclass with Crystal. If you have more questions, leave it in the comment section and I'll do my best to answer it. This is your multi-billion dollar investor, guys. Thank you for watching. Make sure to like and subscribe. This is Priska John Chris. Bye.